this is the manufacturer insert for the NDREX B, correct?
Yes.
Okay. If you turn to section 6.1, which is clinical trials experience, can you please tell me how long the safety review period was in the pre-licensure clinical trials after each dose?
All subjects were monitored for 4 days post-administration.
Okay. Is 4 days long enough to detect an autoimmune issue that arises after 4 days?
No.
And there was no placebo group, correct? In the 13,000, in the trial at the top where it talks about 13,000 doses being administered.
It does not say that there was a control group. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at the study.
So let's go back to section 6.2 on this manufacturer insert for NDREX B. It talks about the post-marketing experience for this vaccine. This one lists for immune system disorders that were reported, a whole number of them, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And it also lists a number of nervous system disorders, including encephalitis, encephalopathy, migraine, multiple sclerosis, neuritis, neuropathy, paresthesia. I'll ask the question all the way at the end. Guillain-Barré syndrome, Bell's palsy, optic neuritis, paralysis, paresis, seizures, syncope, and transverse myelitis. Correct? It lists all of those?
Yes.
Okay. But to know whether or not these are actually caused by NDREX B, again, you would need a properly randomized placebo-controlled study, correct?
Correct.
Okay. But this study wasn't done pre-licensure for this vaccine, right?
I'd have to go back and look at the original studies.
One of the things you've said in the past, and I believe, is that without a control group in a clinical trial, you're in la-la land, right? You said that one time, do you recall?
Without a control group, if you were looking for a phenomenon occurring in the vaccine group, you cannot judge that phenomenon without having a control group.
Okay. There's only one standalone polio vaccine currently licensed in the United States, correct?
Well, as far as licensure, I think both oral and inactivated vaccines are licensed, but the only one that is used in the U.S. currently is the inactivated one.
IPV.
Yes.
Right. And there's only one Sanofi. There's only one IPOL by Sanofi. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. If it's so safe, then how come the safety review period for the pre-licensure clinical trial, as provided in the manufacturer insert for IPOL, only reviewed safety for 48 hours? I'm going to hand you what's been marked as Exhibit 12. This is the manufacturer insert for the IPOL, poliovirus vaccine inactivated. Okay, so if you go to page 14, Dr. Plotkin, how long does it say that that adverse reactions were observed after vaccination?
48 hours.
Okay. And did the subject group that received IPV only receive IPV, or did they receive another vaccine along with it?
Concurrently with DTP.
And what did the control group receive?
I don't see that stated.
If DTP is given along with IPV, how could you know whether a reaction was caused by DTP or IPV?
You could not.